everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your mini loop band lower body workout. So in this workout, we're gonna work your entire lower body. So legs, butt, inner, outer thighs, a little bit of core, and some cardio using the mini loop band. So usually they come in a set, so if you have more than one, keep them close by. You may wanna go up or down. And as always, I'll give you lots of options depending on your fitness level. I'll put a link of my favorite mini bands in the description right below. All you need for this workout are your mini loop bands and a mat. Are you ready? Let's do it. Okay, so we will start with just a quick little warm up. Just march it out, roll through your shoulders. Make sure your bands are out of the way or you're not gonna trip on them or step on them during this warm up. We're gonna keep the warm up pretty short. Big deep breath in. So if you need more of a warm up or a cool down, please get it on your own. And take it here, one more time. And then out to the side, just lean into it here, into that side lunge, opening up those hips. And then we can also rotate through our shoulders and elbows and wrists, even though we're gonna keep it all lower body. Always good to get the blood flowing everywhere. And then walk those feet in, flat back down, round it up, open up those knees. One more like this, we'll hold it down and then just roll through the shoulders. So as I said, if you have more than one mini band, keep them close by. You may wanna go up or down depending on the exercise or your fitness level. Walk it in, round it up, and let's just tap and reach across. And if at any point it feels like too much tension using the band, you can take the band off and just do the exercise or just do the motions that we're doing without any resistance from that band. You'll still get a workout, I promise. I'm gonna give you options, excuse me. Bring it up in the hamstrings. I want you to work to your fitness level and you be where you are today. As I always say, if you showed up today, you are successful. That's all that matters. Bring those knees up and breathe. And then let's just do a little roll through those hips. And then reverse it, a little bit weird going in. Good, and relax. So go ahead and grab your band. I'm gonna grab my heavier one, but it's totally up to you. And we're gonna start with a super simple exercise. We do a lot with these bands. We're just gonna step it out. So step through the band. If you need to hang on to something to do it, safety first. And I also wanna say, if that band rolls up or slides around, that's all perfectly normal. It's not meant to stay in place. We're supposed to have that flexibility. So don't feel like there's anything wrong with you or your body if the band doesn't stay in place. Just adjust as needed. That's gonna happen. So about mid-calf level, and we're just gonna start just stepping out to the side, bring it in. I tend to bring my hands in the center just to get a little bit of a rhythm to it. I want you to push out as wide as you can to really strengthen in those hips. So in addition to the strengthening and the toning and the lifting that we're all hoping to get, we're also gonna be really strengthening our joints, hips, knees, ankles. This is why we use these bands a ton in physical therapy or rehab. If you want, you can make this a little more of a squat. So I still want you to focus on getting the knees and hips out wide, but if you can drop those hips down. So you're here, bring it in, drop it low. You decide how low you wanna go, but the more we can recruit those hamstrings and those glutes, and breathe. Yes, keep it going. Let's go 4 more. 4, step wide, 3, 2, and then let's go all to one side. So just your taps. I love this little burnout. You're gonna feel it in both. You can kind of move those arms. Heart should be pumping. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay on this side. Little lifts, right? Zip up that core. Keep everything pulled in. Tap down if you need to, or keep it off the ground. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go other side. Little taps, quick ones. Keeping that weight in that stationary leg. You're gonna feel them both. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, take it here. Little lifts, lifts. Breathe, yes. Zip up that core, tap down if you need to. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. So little taps, just let that band relax, because guess what? We're gonna stay here. We're gonna slide that band up. So again, hold on to something if you need to. Band is gonna come up above the knees. It's gonna feel a little tighter, but we're gonna have a little more range of motion. So same sequence, we're gonna start stepping it out, adding a squat, then some little small quick ones at the end. So step it out, just out and in. You'll notice that you can get that leg out a little wider, a little more range of motion. And if you had your lighter one and you wanna go heavier, go ahead and switch it out. Just pushing out again through the hips, through the knees, zip up the core. And then as we're ready, if you want, squat it down, bring it up. Squat it down, bring it up. Breathe, yes. Good, out and in. Looks like this, get those hips as low as you can for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's hold it at the top. Little taps, taps, run it here. Pump those arms, little extra cardio. Feel that core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, little lifts right here, little lift. Breathe, yes, 4, 3, 2, other side, little taps, taps. Core is in tight. Breathe, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, little lifts right here, lift. Yes, 4, 3, 2, relax, breathe for just a second. We're gonna keep it there and watch me. I'm gonna take it out nice and wide. I'm gonna sit as low as I can. So our here, pulse out and in, out and in. If this feels like too much, you can do it a little higher, but if you can, I want you to really get down there. Knees out and in, and breathe. Here we go for 8. Yes, 7, you can bring those hands down if you need to. 6, 5, glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up, I know. Go ahead, take that band off. Grab onto something if you need to. Woo. Breathe, go ahead, grab a quick sip of water. Little taps out. So we're gonna shake it out so we give those hips a little bit of a break. We're just gonna do some stationary lunges. So I'm gonna be at a diagonal here so you can see. Take it back in that lunge. We're gonna keep the lower body working, but we're just gonna drop it down and up. So start regular. You can hold onto the wall or a chair if you need a little extra balance. You can keep it kind of small if that feels better, but if you can, drop it low and breathe. Here we go. For 8, yes, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch me here. Cross it over and back. Hold on if you need to. Little motion. If you want to, get low. Stay low. Weight in this heel. 4 more right here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. I know. We just had to give you a little bit of a break for the band, but we want to keep those legs working. Switch it over to that other side, other leg in front. Again, I'm going to stay at the diagonal so you can see. Drop it down. Regular lunge. Here we go. Breathe. Core zipped up. Everything's pulling in. Just wrap that core in. Nice and tall. Good posture. You need to take it a little smaller. That's okay. Breathe. Or a little lower if you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2. Can you get all the way down there? Cross it over and back. Hold on to something if you need to. If you can, hands all the way down, but keep that heel down. or 8, 7, 6, yes, you got this, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shake it out, right? Feeling it all the way through, right? Okay, so go ahead and grab that band. I'm gonna go a little lighter so I have a little more range of motion, but it's totally up to you. I'm gonna put one foot forward. For me, it's my right, and I'm gonna put that band over. I'm gonna hang onto it here, and I want you to watch me. Think of it as that deadlift. So we're gonna have that tension. You can just keep it small here. The tension is working through the back of the legs and the glutes, or if you want a little more balance, you can take it here. So watch me. It's gonna look like this. You can either just be here, pull it up. You might not be able to get all the way up like you would in a traditional deadlift, but keep pushing into that heel and keep that front leg working. So find your band, find your balance. Start with just foot down in the back. So we're here, squeeze it up. I love this one because I always think I'm not gonna feel it, but I totally feel it. And then if you want, you can add a little more balance to it. Breathe, bring it up. Yes, core's in. Here we go, 8 more. So just with that foot down, push in the front, or adding that balance, other leg up. Here we go, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know if you guys can hear on my mic, maybe the music I put in later will cover it. My kids are screaming outside, Daddy! Who can relate, right? Okay, so switch it over. Hopefully you felt it in that one leg. Other foot, so my left, your right. So you're gonna hold it here, give your back a little bit of a break, and then remember, this foot is staggered. You can either just keep it with that foot down for a little balance, or take it all the way. Join me here, here we go. Everybody start with that foot down, so you can just get a feel for the placement. Should be in the back of that leg. And breathe. Just starting here, foot down, then as you're ready, if you want, try the balance. Core is pulled in. Here we go, last 8. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, good. So little stretch here, bring it in, and breathe, and go ahead, grab a quick sip of water. We're almost done. Up top, we're gonna keep that band. Put your feet through once again, and breathe. And I want you to think, step it way back. We call this a monster walk. So again, I'm gonna do it at a diagonal. So I want you to step, rotate those hips, get this one out of the way, then take it back. So I'm opening up the hips. If you don't have a good space for that, I just want you to keep it in whatever space you have. Don't worry about being super coordinated. We just want hips and glutes and also that rotational movement through those hip joints. That's why this is really functional, right? All of our movement in our daily life tends to be forward motion. That's when we want lateral. We want to be working in the transverse plane, which is this, right? Twisting. If it feels too weird to you, just do that little step touch like we've done before. If you can, little diagonal with it. Yes, right. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. All right, kind of silly, but we feel it all the way through. So keep it here. I'm gonna have you turn to the side one last time. Think about that motion that we just did with that deadlift. And I want you to take it down, little lift. Take it down, little lift. If you need to, grab onto the wall, little lift and glute. Both legs working. If you can, touch and lift. Touch and lift. And breathe. Let's go 4 more right here. 4, lift. 3, 2, one more. I want you to hold it up here. Pulse, pulse. Balance if you need to, little lifts. Core's pulled in, front leg, taking the weight. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax, shake it out. Right, don't worry, we're gonna get some good hip stretches at the end. Turn to the other side, breathe it here, stagger your feet, core zipped up, touch down, little lift, touch down, little lift. If you can, all the way down, lift, and breathe. If you need to, grab onto something, still get that little hinge at the hip, so it's still a little bit of a deadlift, and breathe. And if you can, all the way down, all the way up. 4, and lift. 3, 2, one more. Hold it up right here. Pulse, pulse, core zipped in. Breathe. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Shake it out. One last thing from here. I want you to bring that band up above your knees. Little cardio interval that's gonna keep those hips working before we take it down. Couple things on the mat. Watch me here. Low impact jumping jack. Step and reach. You can keep it here, or if you're feeling good about it, just up. Nice and light. If you don't feel secure doing that, keep it low impact. We just wanna get that heart pumping before we go to the mat. Up and down. Keep it going, whatever works for you. You be where you are today. Everything else is on the mat. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Go ahead and take that band off. Grab a quick sip of water, and I will meet you down. See what I mean? On the mat. Okay, so we are down on the mat with our band. So let's go ahead and put our feet through. We are gonna take this band all the way up above our knees, and we are gonna start in a little bit of a bridge. So we're gonna come down onto our sides and roll onto our backs. If you are one of my pregnant mamas doing this, you might feel more comfortable if you prop yourself up on some pillows just underneath your shoulders, but don't worry, we're not gonna stay here very long. So starting here, band is above the knees. I want you to zip up that core. Classic glute and hamstring move that's also core and flexibility and back. We're gonna just roll it up in the bridge. So start, just breathe in, breathe out, lift it up, and slowly down. So I just want you to start with those knees about shoulder width apart. Just get a feel for that motion. Increase that flexibility, mobility, trying to get all the way up, and think about connecting with the core. And then as you're ready, we're gonna add a little press out with the knees at the top. Roll it in, press it out, and breathe. Roll it in, press it out. And you can pick up your pace as long as you feel like you can connect to that core and really get high. What I don't want is just a lot of this. I want you to be really intentional about pulling up and in, squeeze. Trust me, you're gonna get more core that way, but it also is just better for everything. You're gonna have better form, better connection, and better range of motion through the glutes and hamstrings. I know a lot of times in classes we get going with those bridges pretty quick, but I want you to really think about that connection. Let's go 4 more. 4, out, breathe, 3, last 2, and 1 more. And I want you to hold it up right here. Let's just go out and in. Keep everything zipped up, pulled in, especially that core. Breathe. 8, squeeze. 7, keep lifting. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. If you want, go ahead and bring those feet up, get a little stretch. We're gonna gently roll onto our side into that clamshell. So my hips are stacked, my feet are glued, I'm up on that elbow or I'm all the way down. I'm just gonna open up and down. Open up and down. So you might find that you're really tight. You might wanna switch to a lighter band if you have it. This is such a great move for everybody because we're all a little tight in those hips. If you want, let's add a little lift side plank. Totally optional if that feels like too many things for your brain to think about. Just keep that clamshell, but if you can, everything up, everything down, and breathe. I know, all the way through here, right? 4 more, keep lifting, open up as high as you can. 3, 2, 1, relax. Swing those legs around to that other side on the elbow. Start low if you want, just open up and down. Hips are stacked, feet are together, really opening up. And again, we're all pretty tight from here, so think about that range of motion. This is one of those, especially if you want to do without the band, you're still gonna feel it, I promise. If you want, add that little modified side plank. We're gonna stay on the knees so we can keep that clamshell going for 8, and breathe. 7, 6, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Bring it up. Come over onto all fours. Get a little stretch to the side through those hips, side to side. We're gonna keep it above our knees. And just to get a little bit of a break, if you want, you can stay modified and you can just do that core breathing on all fours, especially if you're one of my prenatal, postnatal ladies. Everybody else, if you want, we're gonna come up in that plank and breathe. We're just holding, just to engage the core, give our hips a little bit of a break. Modified, you're just pulling up and in with that core. And breathe. Let's hold for 4, 3, 2, and relax, stretch it back. So staying here, watch me, you can be hands or elbows, probably a little easier to be a little higher. I'm gonna diagonal, so you can see, I'm gonna go 1 out, 1 up. This is a time that that band might start sliding around. That's okay. 1 out, 1 up. Press to the ceiling. See, I knew it was gonna happen if I talked about it. But that's normal. You keep going. If that happens, you just readjust. You can keep this range of motion a little bit smaller for that reason. Here we go. 4 and up. 3, 2, 1 more. And relax. Stretch it back. We're gonna get that other side. Keep it low. Let's go out and up. Let's go out, up, and breathe. Core is engaged, lifting from the hip, pushing in the glute. And breathe. Out and up. I feel like I'm getting more on this side because I didn't have to adjust. 4, and breathe. 3, 2, 1 more, and relax, stretch it back. Nice work, team. So we're gonna stay here. I'm gonna come on this side. So stay, let's take it to those elbows. If you can, we're gonna walk it to that plank and you're gonna step it out and in, just side to side. If that's too much, or if you need to modify, I just want you to push out from the sides at a little bit of a diagonal from all fours. You're still gonna get the hips, but if you can, full plank, tap it out, tap it out. You can tap with those feet on the ground, or you can just do a little lift. It's up to you. Just make sure that core can stay in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, good. One more thing from here, all fours, extend it out, flex it. Let's just get a little stretch through here. We're gonna try to do some lifts, but I think that band might move too much, so just little stretch. And breathe. All right, take that band off. We are almost done, don't worry. So we're here. Roll to your side and down on your back. Get a little hip stretch since we're here. Cross it over if you can. I know, don't worry, we're gonna get a nice good stretch at the end. And then let's go ahead, fold that band over a couple times and I'm gonna put it in right between my knees. We're gonna do that bridge a little closer. If this bothers your knees, I want you to just do the bridge with no band. But if you can have those feet close, have those knees in, we're gonna add a little squeeze for inner thighs. So again, breathe out, breathe in, tilt the hips towards the ribs, up and squeeze, nice and slow. You're gonna have probably a smaller range of motion. We're still gonna get glutes and hamstrings. And down. Just like this, just squeeze in for those inners, pushing everything in, I know. And breathe. Let's go 2 more. Last one. And then just at the top, little tiny pulses in. I know you're not really squeezing against anything like we would with a ball, but just think about that movement, pressing against that band. Inner thighs, core. 4, 3, 2, relax. Take those knees out, little stretch. So just hanging out here, breathe. One last little burner. Let's take this through with our feet. All right, so if you are pregnant, I want you to keep it low. For newly postpartum or ab separation, you're just stepping out here to here. That's your modification. Everybody else, if you can, let's take it out here, flex, out and in. So start here. We're just gonna do one last push for those outers and those glutes. If you want a little core, crunch, reach, breathe. Breathe up, squeeze, yes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Can you pulse in the center? Pulse those feet out. Just keep stepping out if you're modified with feet on the ground. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Let's keep it here. One more thing. I know, I'm sorry. Don't worry, you're gonna like it. It's gonna get those glutes. All right, so on all fours, if you need to, you're just pushing up, pushing up. So your modification is on all fours, little lift, little lift. If you can, let's come into that plank, lift and lower. Glutes and core. Finish it out strong, lift and squeeze. You got this. Push to the resistance of the band. Keep everything zipped up in that core. Wrap it around through the center. Pull up and in. Squeeze. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Stretch it back. Whoo, right? Good. Let's go ahead and take it off. And breathe. And let's stay in a seated position. Lean back a little bit if that's comfortable for you. If it's not, you can take this sitting in a chair. Cross that leg over, start it out nice and wide, and then just inch it in, press that knee down. I don't know about you guys, but I am feeling it all the way through my lower body and also sneaking in that core, right? And breathe. Take it out. And then let's go other side. Cross it over. You can start here, inch it in. Really opening up through that hip. Those guys worked hard. Hips, glutes, hamstrings. One of the things the band is best for, right? And then lean it over if it's comfortable for you. Open up those knees and the hips. And breathe. You can, if you need to be out a little further, if you can bring them in to get a little bit more. Make sure you check out all of my other resistance band videos. I have a lot with the loop band, but also with the longer bands and the thicker bands. Check them out. I will link them right here. And again, if you want to find these specific bands, which are my favorite, I put the link in the description right below. Let's take one leg out, fold it over. You can find them there, and please check out the other links in the description. You can find information on my ebooks and programs. So they are curated programs that go along with the YouTube videos. So if you're looking for a little bit more of a schedule or a routine or a structured program, you can check them all out right there. I also have a nutrition guide that also is linked down there if you're interested. It's very practical, flexible, but gives you some help, some structure, help you learn to build a balanced plate. And breathe. Okay. As always, get more of a stretch on your own, especially those hips. Just stretch them out. One big deep breath in and out. You did it. Thank you for showing up today. That was your mini loop band lower body workout. Great job, everybody.